taken away or taken aback by what we see on social media. We'll still be who we are. Don't let the social media try to be, teach you how you need to appreciate your body. Okay, today I will be talking to Laura. Laura is, she's my girl too. And of course, she's a certified weight coach. She's an entrepreneur. She's the CEO of Dream Body by Laura. She's a multiple award-winning health and wellness coach. Good morning, Laura.
Good morning, Laura.
Yeah, good morning, Blossom. Good morning, Covenant. Can you hear me?
Laura, how you doing?
I'm fine.
It's good to see you.
How you doing,
after a very long time. Happy New Year to you.
Yeah, Happy New Year. It's been a while.
Yes, it's been a while. Okay, so obviously we're talking about body image. So the first thing is, I'm just going to ask, when it comes to social media and body image, what do you think, or how do you think social media has affected or have a great control on how people, especially ladies, female, see their body? How much do you think it has had a change or effect on how, we perceive our body? Take, for example, a lot of people believe you have to have the hourglass, you have to have the back and the front, and, even if you don't have money to go under the knives, you have some solutions, you have some creams, some machines that can work it out. How much do you think this has influenced how we see ourselves and our body to be perfect?
Yeah, well, it's no doubt that the social media is a space that has influenced our thinking a lot. Old, young, male, female, it's really come to shape the way we see a lot of things, not just body image, even marriage, right? It has come to shape the way we see spirituality. It's come to shape the way we see practically everything, because these days, most people spend more than half the day on social media, whether we like it or not. And in an age where we have a lot of people working from home, most people have made their, source of income from social media. A lot of people who put themselves out on social media, there's something you call packaging. And packaging helps with selling. A lot of people have this problem differentiating between the social media life and the real life of people. So we get to see people who flaunt one thing or the other, especially their bodies. Some who have, a lot of influencers who have gone under the knife, they've done this BBL, they've done BBL, they've done tummy talk, they've done this and that, and then they come up with their shape and everybody's admiring it, and everybody wants to be like these influencers and these celebrities. So it's come to stay. Like we have to live with the fact that the social media space is grossly affecting the way we think. It's grossly affecting what we consider as right and what we consider as wrong. It's grossly affecting our values these days. It's affecting our body image. Now, back to the question, which is the body image, we see a lot of people who see these other influencers with one particular body shape beginning to feel insecure in their own body shape. So everybody wants to be like Kim Kardashian, everybody wants to be like this celebrity, everybody wants to be like that celebrity, and whatever is going to get them to have that particular body shape, they do not mind going for it, even if you are telling them that it is detrimental to their health. That's how much social media space has affected our thinking, especially our body image.
Okay, thank you very much, Laura. Okay, so talking about the celebrities, right, the female celebrities, do you also think that they look a certain type of way, the whole hourglass figure, they look a certain type of way because they lack self-esteem or they have low self-esteem? Do you think they look a certain way because they lack self-esteem?
Okay, there are two ways to look at that.
All right.
When you decide to work on your body, it's either you're working on your body based on what is best for you or what you think about yourself. I'll give an example. For those who have heard my story, I've been on this platform a couple of times and I've shared my story a number of times. I used to be on the obese side. And then, you know, at a point, the doctor told me that the reason I'm consistent at the hospital is because of my weight. So it's only reasonable for me to work on my body and become a particular body shape because that is the best for me. It's different from somebody who sees a celebrity and wants to be like that celebrity, and that's the motivation for working on your body. So back to the celebrities we're talking about. What is the motivation behind how they look? It's either of two ways. For those who are so obsessed with the hourglass shape and all of that, that I want to believe that that springs more from body image angle, because you don't have to be hourglass shaped before you're healthy. You don't have to be that shaped before you're healthy. So if you are so obsessed about being hourglass shaped, then you're coming from the place of low body image. Your self-confidence, your the way you see your body is not healthy. And that's why you feel until you look a particular way, you're not good enough. But if you did it because of your health, okay, probably because you need to forestall a particular health condition, or you need to, you know, look your best, feel your best, what is best for you, then that is not coming from the place of low self.
Yes, please. Yes, yeah. Thank you.
Okay, amazing one. Okay, then there's another part of social media that I think we do not really look into. Now the thing is, social media is just there portraying whatever it wants to portray. People want to believe what they want to believe, because in reality that is not even the reality. We all know that. You see some persons will dress up, they go to a restaurant and, you know, stay there, snap pictures and post. And some, in fact, I wonder how ladies do it. They go to a particular place and, you know, there's this very common posture where they have on the staircase. You know, there's this nice staircase where they have a gown. And you will lie down there, you're snapping pictures in probably a hotel, or I don't know. I don't even feel that great, even having to stand and snap pictures. Talk about, you know, lying down there to snap pictures. You know, this is something a lot of people have seen on social media. I feel like, what is that, like what level would you have gotten to that you think you want also to be picture perfect? You're not even looking about the body image now, you're looking about your image and how you need to portray yourself on social media. You take, for example, a lot of people want to have their birthday shoots and they are going to some places like that, wearing the best of their dress, having the cameraman and doing, I know it's beautiful, feel good and all of that. But do you think that these things in a way has a toll on how we see ourselves and how we want people to see us? Because it's like we are going the extra mile to look good for that space. And not actually see if we're looking good for ourselves. Because I do not see why I want to have a photo shoot. Do you understand? I could easily go to a studio, but because it's flying all over social media and it's always nice, and when you have that picture, they'll feel like, oh wow, she's now in that clique. Do you think most women do not actually see themselves, see that they are probably losing themselves, or losing the value they should have for themselves, or losing, I don't know, the reality of themselves and trying to fit into the picture of social media? Do you think that? And what could actually be the reason that people do not actually care what anybody will say, but they will just have to do that because they want to be validated to people online?
All right, I am an online entrepreneur, so I can answer that perfectly. Yeah, it's either of two ways. Again, it's either of two ways. You see, there's something called perception marketing, and it is you looking the way you want to be perceived. That thing has a way, you know, selling is psychological. Or people who have been through courses, selling classes, you know, people who sell, selling is psychological. You have to make somebody feel a certain kind of way before they give you their money. Now, if you're selling luxury, you cannot be selling luxury and be looking haggard. So your brand, the way you position your brand, the way you make people perceive you, will tell whether or not you're going to sell what you have to sell, especially on social media. So there's a place for packaging, basically. There's a place for perception marketing. But what do you say to those people who do not have anything to sell? They just want to follow the trend. I mean, you see somebody who has something to sell and is just trying to do what is best for his or her brand, trying to get a particular set of audience to trust him or her enough to pay for what he or she is selling. Now, you that do not have anything to sell, you are now seeing that as a trend, and then you go into debt, trying to look like these other people who are intentional with what they are doing. Those are the kind of people that we can say that these ones are losing themselves to trend. They are losing themselves to what people around them would say, what people that are seeing them on social media will say, and all of that. Social media has gone beyond just a show of glass. It's a place, it's a marketplace now. People are making a lot of money online, right? So you've got to be intentional with whatever it is you're doing. So if what you're doing is going to bring you more customers, it's going to bring you more money, and it is you positioning your brand the way it's supposed to be positioned, it's okay. For me, it's fine, right? It's branding. But for people who just want to look a certain kind of way, just to be perceived as they are not in a particular kind of clique, like you have said, that is total waste of time. Go and find purpose, pursue it, and look for what is going to work for your own purpose and do that. So that's the way I see that class of people.
All right. Should we take more questions? Or
okay. Laura is still with us, of course. We have more questions for Laura. Trust me. When it comes to body, Laura has the solution to
everything we need.
But anyways, Laura is still with us. We just want to go for a breaker first. So we'll have her back and ask her some more questions about social media and body image. So, but right now we'll take a breaker, and right after that breaker, we'll be taking a tip. And that tip is on maintaining healthy body weight. I know a lot of people right now have their goals stated, keeping fit, keto, what do you call it? Keto, and going to the gym. A lot of people are trying to keep their weight healthy. I don't know if understand. The economy is getting bad, and people are trying to keep their weight. I feel like as the economy is getting bad,
it will reduce weight for you.
Reducing itself at all. But trust me, I feel like people keep eating the more. It's stressful eating. So we understand that part. So yes, you just have to, maintain your body weight. And I hear this thing a lot that when you do not have money, you tend to eat a whole lot.
When you do not have money?
When you do not have money.
Well,
but when you have money, you tend to eat
little.
Just you be like, the money is there. The money is like filling you up and up. So I can understand that part. So anyways, let's quickly go for a break. And after the break, we'll be having tips on maintaining healthy body weight. And we'll be right back to the studio to continue with Laura on talking about social media and body image. We'll be right back. Stay with us. Tips to maintain a healthy weight. Watch your portion sizes. Eat good food, avoid foods high in sugar and calories. Choose foods that are high in nutrition and taste like fruit, vegetables, and whole grains. Drink more water. Exercise daily. Get more sleep. Skip the sugary drinks. Reduce your screen time. Move more, sit less. Try not to skip meals. Know your body mass index and consult expert nutritionists regarding your BMI. Lessen sweet and alcohol. Take multivitamin supplement. Do not smoke. Protect yourself from the sun. Obesity prevention for kids. Breastfeed infant when possible. Feed growing children appropriate portion sizes. Build early relationships with healthy foods. Eat healthy foods as a family. Encourage eating slowly and only when hungry. Limit unhealthy foods in the household. Incorporate fun and exciting physical activities. Limit your child's screen time. Make sure everyone is getting enough sleep. Know what your child is eating outside of the home. Obesity prevention for adults. Consume less bad fat and more good fat. Consume less processed and sugary foods. Eat more servings of vegetables and fruits. Eat plenty of dietary fiber. Focus on eating low glycemic index foods. Get the family involved in your journey. Engage in regular aerobic activities. Incorporate a weight training regimen. Focus on reducing daily stress. All right, welcome back. You're still watching Women's Corner, and of course, yes, we have Laura with us, and Laura is a certified weight coach, entrepreneur, CEO of Dream Body by Laura. She's also a multiple award-winning health and wellness coach, and we're talking a whole lot about social media and body image. Can we have Laura on the screen? Let's ask her questions.
Welcome back.
Welcome
Laura.
back. Hope your tea was served cold or hot. Which one? Okay, anyways, back to our questions and the topic for today. My other question is, we know definitely that somehow social media have had effect on people's body image. Now let's talk about the adolescents. Let's leave the adult, or let's talk about the young adult. How much of an effect do you think social media has done to these young girls? Because take for example, we find out that most of, I don't want to start mentioning Gen Z's, Alpha and all of that, even millennials now, they are becoming worse. They are taking up that space too. How much do you think it has affected how they perceive fashion, how they perceive nudity, how they perceive their body, you know, the private parts? You know, growing up as a child, a millennial, your armpit is even your private part.
Yeah, definitely.
But trust me, now it's not even private. It is public space thing. So how much do you think social media has affected both the young adults and basically even the adults that you know, we don't see anything as, we don't see nothing as nudity, we don't see why okay, and I don't know how much do you think it has had effect on especially the young ones? Because trust me, they are going to be the mothers tomorrow. So if they do not even understand the value of these things, the value of their body, and of course how they need to keep their image intact, I do not know what happens to the children that will be coming. Maybe the better, because we have the alphas already. Maybe the better children that are coming after the alphas.
Well, talking about influence dates back to anything media. You know, media is very powerful.
Yes.
Growing up too, we saw some people, even though it wasn't common, we saw a lot of mothers, teenagers dressing nude, like you said, because they were trying to pattern themselves after some actresses. That time we had actresses on our screens and they were dressing in a certain kind of way, and people just wanted to look like them, feel like them, and all of that, and they became the role models of that time. Now, the role models that we have right now are social media influencers. So they influence, and the funny thing is we now have influencers added to their name. So obviously we expect influencers to influence their audience. Now for the young adults, the teenagers, those who are growing, these people do not fully have their opinions formed. They are still learning, they are still trying to navigate life, they are still trying to pull things together to form their own opinion about life. And what they see more on their screens is a lot of these things, this nudity problem that you're talking about. The people they really look up to and want to be like do not see anything wrong with nudity. So they feel there's absolutely nothing wrong with nudity. Now that goes back to the family. The family is the bedrock of every value.
Yes.
If a teenage boy or girl is exposed to social media, but that boy or girl has that training from home that has inculcated the values of covering up, like you said, so that boy or that girl, and the family is a healthy environment, the moment that boy or the girl sees something that is different from what he or she has been taught, she would ask questions. Let me give you an example. There's somebody I follow on social media who made a post some time ago saying that he was driving with his girls. He has 3 girls. He was driving with his girls, and one of the girls saw a nudely dressed lady on the street, and
Yeah.
the girl, curious, asked, "Dad, why is this person dressed like that?" Now, that girl is about to form an opinion. The answer the man would give at that point is going to be a defining one for the girl.
Exactly.
So the man said he told her that that person is not normal. Unfortunately, the family is not around to take care of her. So, you know what that man did? He just nipped that thing that was about to bud in the, just nipped it in the bud, right? That thing that was about to spring up, he just nipped it in the bud. And he made the girl to understand that this is not normal. So if you're doing this, you're abnormal. Do you understand? So it goes back to the family. If a child has gone to school or, has related to social media a lot and is coming back dressed a certain kind of way, a family with value should be able to spot that and correct it and not praise it. So the social media space is the social media space. We can keep talking like this. It's a home for every kind of person. Anybody can just come and display any kind of madness on social media. I mean, it's their space. And they would even ask you, if you query them, they will say, "Why are you on my page?" You can go to another person's page or go to your page and write anything that you like or post any picture. This is my page. So as much as we really cannot do much about how much of influence this thing can have on our growing children, we can instill values in our growing children from home, from the church, from the mosque, from worship places. Tell them that these things that you're seeing, no matter how popular it is not normal. And that is going to help them to form. Otherwise, we'll just keep crying over spilled milk.
Wow, thank you very, very much. I still want you to, talk about this. So, concerning the people that, just follow trend and all of that on social media, how can these people practically navigate social media without internalizing the idea of how your body is supposed to look like online? Like, without internalizing it, how can these people navigate through? Because like you said, a lot of these young ones don't even have an opinion of theirs. They don't have a strong opinion of theirs. When they see something and they see that they feel like it feels good, or they see that it looks good, they want to try it out, and sometimes it messes with their body. They want to do a lot of things. They want to even go under the knives, save money. They want to just look like this celebrity of how we're supposed to look like.
Okay. So, this is not just about growing children. It's more for growing children. But have you noticed that even adults, sometimes we are influenced by this social media? Like, you have a fully formed opinion. And then you come on social media and begin to doubt your own values. I'm like, okay, is this really right? Is this really wrong? Like, you begin to ask questions. You're doubting your own values. So if it is capable of making you with a well-formed opinion about life and values to doubt these things, we already know, we have established that it's going to have a lot more influence on growing children. Now, for those who just want to follow it, this is the only thing I'm going to tell you. See, the social media space is capable of influencing everybody and anybody. How much is going to influence you lies with you. You determine how much of influence it's going to have on you. I'm going to give you an example. My niche, it's a body niche, right? It's health, wellness niche, weight loss niche. And you'll see a lot of weight loss coaches putting on sports bras, and leggings and all of that. I have had managers who have asked me to dress a certain kind of way so that we can appeal to a certain kind of audience. I told them that this does not go with my value. Now, imagine if I didn't have a well-formed value and I'm not trying to follow trend, I'm trying to sell market. But that is the trend that is currently selling that market. If I didn't stand on my feet to stand out, do you know that I would have been influenced too, despite having a formed opinion? And then, they were telling me then that this is just for the grams, this is just for this is just for that, this is just for us to market a particular way, for us to get more people, for us to get this. And I said, no, it doesn't go well with me. So these things goes to you as an individual. How much this thing is going to influence you is determined by you. You can watch something once and just scroll past and then throw it away. And you can watch it once, rewatch it until you internalize it in such a way that it begins to affect the way you think. What you do with what you watch is grossly relying on you. Do you understand that? Again, who you follow on social media is your decision. If you follow those who dress a certain kind of way, you will see more of their posts. If you engage, you keep liking, you keep sharing, you keep commenting on certain kind of posts, social media algorithm will show you more of that kind of post. So if you don't want to be influenced, don't go and comment, whether it is positive or negative or trying to condemn them. Don't do it on such posts. You will see more of such posts if you keep engaging with that kind of post. So be intentional about what the social media shows you. That's the only way to keep your sanity in this social media economy. That's the only way to be able to stand your ground and keep your values. Otherwise, everybody will just be swept with this wave of social media influence and all kind of things.
Okay, thank you very much. Okay, because of our time, I'm just going to ask one last question. And this one is quite different from all the questions we'll be asking. It's still relating to body image, basically, but it's quite different, and that is tattoo. Oh. Now, I'm asking this question because I was talking with someone, I think about 2 weeks ago, and the person was like, oh, how it would be nice to have a tattoo. Now, first, I do not know. I feel like we have a dark skin color. We're brown in color for Africans, and somehow, I don't know, I just feel you are brown, you're dark, and you want to have a tattoo that is black, dark in color. Well, of course, some people believe it adds beauty and all of that to them. I just want to ask you your own opinion. What do you think? I hope people don't come for you, Laura. It's like I'm putting you on a spot, on a hot seat. But anyways, what do you think about people who draw tattoo? And it's not like they actually want to. They just see it on someone and like, oh, I like where she put it. It's just here. I like where he put it.
It's giving bad girl vibes.
It's giving bad girl vibes.
Bad
so
boy
I want to be in that, you know. What do you think? Do you think it's a go-to thing? Do you think it's really, really necessary? It's someone who should probably be, I don't know, you should be minding what image you want to portray, or for you it's fine. You could just go with it.
All right, I'm going to answer in 2 ways. I don't know why today I'm coming in twos, but yeah, let's just have it in 2 ways. You see, growing up, I heard a story of great grandmother, and I heard that she had marks on her back, like tattooed on her back, her name, and all of those things. It used to be a way to beautify and to identify back then. So even in the African culture, it was there. You see some people with their names, you know, on their arm, shoulder, something like that. Those old women, it's been part of our culture. So I like to balance my perspective. So I'm not going to say that this is something that is totally foreign to us. It's not totally foreign. But then we learn every day. So you're asking for my personal opinion. There's no reason. I mean, there's enough technology to identify you. Fingerprint, everything will identify you. Your face, your ID, you know, your identification numbers, everything already has you marks. There's no way you want to run to. You're already identified. There's no way you can't get missing, right? So, what then is the essence of tattoo? Beautification? Well, if that is it, for me, it's a no. I don't buy the idea of tattoo, but I do not overrule the fact that it's been in our culture too. Over the years, it's been in our culture. But for me, I mean, I don't even like stress. Anything stressful, anything that's going to pierce me, anything painful. See, even ordinary making of my hair. See, I've cut my hair. I don't like stress. I don't know why anybody would go through that kind of. So personally, I won't encourage anybody to. And there's a lot of infections that can be introduced into your body through such action. So why do you want to do anything in the name of beauty that will put you in that place where you have to keep spending and respending on fixing what you intentionally damaged, it's really not worth it, right? So whatever beauty is going to cause you too much pain, too much damage, it's not beauty for me. It's suffering and smiling. It's not worth it.
It's really suffering and smiling, because while you were talking, I was like, I can't even create a second hole on my ears.
The pain, the toucher.
I can't even think about it. In fact, sometimes when you tell me go to the gym, I'll be like, you want me to experience pain? No, why don't I just watch what I eat instead? Because trust me, anything that will give me the stress, I'm not even involved. Just count me out. I love a stress-less life.
Well, what about making your hair?
Making my hair, trust me, I will always go for the crochet. You know me very well. I will not sit down and make a braid of hours and 12 people are touching my hair because I want to look beautiful. No, I will just, please, crochet. When you're even taking long more than 1 hour, I'll be like, what's
happening here?
Please just rush it. You can leave the middle, let it be scanty. Trust me, I know like it. But Laura, thank you so much for that. Thank you so much. It was so beautiful. Can we have Lauren's skin? I want to appreciate her and see her smiles. Yes. Laura, thank you so much for that one. Thank you so much. I totally agree with the tattooing. And of course, yes, people do not know, but it was a form of identification way back in those time. And trust me, I've seen mothers who even said that they wish they didn't even have that. But it's just a means to identify themselves. But for those who feel it's beauty, oh well, you know, you can still go ahead if you want. But anyway, thank you so much, Laura, for joining this meeting, of course, for being here and for educating the public on body image and, of course, how to present yourself on social media. You know, basically selling yourself in the right way.